another article that pops up about your health. Let's see if we can pick it apart. And first of all, I'm not a doctor, but most doctors only get like 20 minutes of nutrition in their schooling. So having said that, I love how it starts out though. You can see this. How is that not going to get someone's attention? Because who wants to be smelly, right? High cholesterol, 3 smelly symptoms, red flag for problem. Oh, this ought to be funny. Obviously, they're using the smell as a scare tactic because, again, nobody wants to smell. Is that why? But here's the scary part again. Here's the scary part. I've already talked about doing carnivore and how, yeah, my cholesterol is probably off the charts. The last doctor I had, I fired him by the way, was trying to get a hold of me to tell me that my cholesterol was too high and he wanted to put me on statins. Why? So you can ruin my body? But yeah, anyways, so concentrate on a heart-healthy diet because they're going to tell us that, you know, fat is bad too. Saturated fat. Regular physical activity. No shit, Sherlock, really? And possibly medication. There it is. There it is. Because, again, we're trying to normalize being on medication. Cutting back on saturated and trans fat. So just here's the thing. They should... They should just say, cut out, don't cut back, cut out all seed oils. Considering plants, oh, come on. And soluble fiber? You don't need fiber. I am living proof. You don't need fiber to be healthy. Oh, wow. So we'll go back to those plant stenols or whatever that is in a second, but again, consider medications. We don't want to tell you how to live your life. Bullshit. You want to help the pharmaceutical companies because maybe people are starting to wake up and realize that their bodies can heal themselves without this bullshit medication. Recommend statins. Gee, I called it. Other cholesterol lowering. No, we don't want to lower our cholesterol. We want to get rid of the seed oils, yeah. But limit salt and alcohol. Oh, wow. Who knew that? Who knew that alcohol was bad? I have never consumed more sodium since doing carnivore my entire life. Because I needed sodium. What do they do when they put you in an ambulance? They inject you with, I mean, they call it, it's sodium. You know? What is that bag called? I can't, anyway, you know what I'm saying. And here they're saying, here's some foods that you should eat. Oats, oh man, years, decades I was consuming oats. And don't get me wrong, I loved oatmeal. I loved the oatmeal pancakes that I was making. I couldn't get enough oats. We don't need them. And that the idea of, here, have some Cheerios to lower your cholesterol, that was the biggest crock of shit lie ever. I mean, we don't need beans, lentils, crap, I don't even like giving that to my dog. I'd rather get nut seeds. There's so many oxalates in nuts and seeds. If you don't know what oxalates are, you are not a carnivore. So the whole plant stenols, if I'm saying that right, naturally occurring compounds found in plants that can help lower cholesterol levels. Again, if you've looked into carnivore, this whole idea of eating plants that I did for 4 years as a vegan, it just, there's no backing, there's no talking about oxalate poisoning. Who was that actor? Because that's what we usually, you know, remember. Liam Hemsworth, or was it Chris Hemsworth, that had like kidney stones? Anyways, he was pounding kale and spinach smoothies on the regular, and it caused massive kidney stones. Oxalate poisoning, right there. But yeah, a group of compounds found in various plant-based foods, including nuts, seeds, grain, blah, blah, blah. Similar molecule structure to cholesterol, which allows them to compete with cholesterol for absorption. Do they say anywhere in this article, probably not, that our body naturally produces cholesterol? I didn't think our bodies were stupid. I think that everything our body does is for a reason. I'm not religious, but those of you out there that say, hey, God made my body this way. Yeah, you came into this world with the body functioning a certain way for reasons. It's just unbelievable to me, these articles. And again, we grew up in a world, if you were like me, where you trusted what it said on the box of cereal. They didn't say anything about using sawdust as part of their ingredients, right? Or that there was actual cancer-causing components in these cereals. If you get rid of your cereal. But I love seeing these articles pop up, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's check this shit out. Bullshit, lies, agendas. They have an agenda. They want to get us back on track and make sure we're going to see our doctor so he can prescribe this bullshit medication. Did I make a video about that older woman? She was at my job and I was giving her a ride home so we could work on her car. And I try not to push my new information, my new experimentation on other people, but hey, I mean, she was a former judge. I'm sure she's seen some shit. But yeah, I kind of told her, yeah, cholesterol's not the problem, it's the statins. And she's like, yeah, my doctor put me on statins and it chewed up and ruined my joints. I sure as shit don't like my joints being fucked up. I think they already are because of other things. Maybe I overdid it in my 20s in the gym, 2 hours a day, probably too much. But I just find it humorous how many people read these articles and say, well, I it was published in this and that, and, it's got to be true. I need to, get my cholesterol lowered. No more butter, no more red meat, no more fatty meat. It's a crock of shit. Absolute crock of shit. In my opinion. This is just my opinions. What do I know?